You ask a smart speaker for the weather, grab a package off your porch, and stream a movie. These actions rely on a single company's infrastructure. In 1997, Amazon sold books out of a garage. Today, it generates over $500 billion in annual revenue and maintains a market capitalization exceeding $1.5 trillion. Achieving this scale required more than retail success. It required the engineering of a self-replicating mechanical loop. For its first 2 decades, analysts on the New York Stock Exchange floor frequently doubted the company's long-term survival. The doubt was fueled by the balance sheet. Despite processing massive amounts of revenue, the company reported razor-thin or even negative profit margins year after year. Amazon was ignoring short-term quarterly gains to build a self-reinforcing momentum engine. To understand the company's true power, we have to look past the traditional bottom line and examine the structural logic of the flywheel. The loop begins with pricing. Low prices drive massive customer traffic. This traffic inevitably attracts third-party sellers. As more sellers join, product selection expands, creating a better experience that feeds back into more traffic, making the entire circle spin faster. Independent sellers now account for 62% of units sold on the platform. This allows Amazon to generate high-margin fees while shifting the risk of holding inventory to the sellers themselves. This loop creates immense volume, but to survive on retail margins, the company had to systematically lower its underlying operational costs. Moving millions of physical items required a logistics infrastructure designed for unprecedented speed. In 2012, Amazon spent $775 million to acquire Kiva Systems, a move that initiated the total automation of their fulfillment centers. Current robotic systems like Sequoia and Sparrow use computer vision to rapidly consolidate and pick individual items with fluid mechanical precision. Meanwhile, fully autonomous mobile platforms like Proteus navigate open warehouse floors, moving thousands of pounds of inventory alongside human workers. These robots are margin expanders. Every second saved in the warehouse lowers the total cost structure, forcing the entire flywheel to spin with even more energy. Coordinating this automated physical loop required a global digital foundation. In 2006, Amazon commercialized its internal computing power with the launch of EC2, the beginning of Amazon Web Services. This chart shows the result. While the retail business operates on thin margins, AWS generated $90.8 billion in 2023, with operating margins exceeding 25%. AWS provides the cash flow needed to subsidize the retail flywheel and fund the company's global expansion. When the flywheel lacks momentum in a new sector, Amazon uses mergers and acquisitions to buy the necessary infrastructure. The $13.7 billion acquisition of Whole Foods provided an instant network of physical fulfillment nodes and deep access to grocery shopping data. Purchases like Twitch and MGM Studios serve to lock Prime users into the company's content ecosystem. With the acquisition of One Medical, the company is now pushing its logistical loop into the healthcare sector. These acquisitions are strategic traps designed to keep consumers permanently inside the company's reinforced ecosystem. CEO Andy Jassy now oversees an enterprise that functions as a foundational infrastructure platform. Retail, robotics, and AWS form a single, unified operating system for moving both data and goods. The company is now investing in generative AI, using custom silicon chips, like Trainium and Inferentia, to process information at an even lower cost. Through the Zoox acquisition, they are now working to automate the final hurdle of global commerce, autonomous last-mile delivery. Every new technology is designed to remove the final frictions of cost and speed from the flywheel. What began with books has evolved into a business model that spans the physical and digital worlds. The true genius of the strategy was prioritizing long-term structural dominance over the short-term profits demanded by Wall Street. Today, any news from the company, a new television show, a data center, or a patent, is simply fuel for this continuous loop. The most valuable product in the modern economy is an ecosystem engineered to turn its own massive scale into an insurmountable competitive advantage.